Hello, amazing people. How are you? Janine here. As a mindset alchemist, one of the things I work with is how you work with energy. And this is why I come on to do the energy of the week each week. Yes, energy flows, it doesn't just stop and start. And also, this is the potential for you because I am working with the collective of this group. I ask for the highest of good and greatest of love for my audience. So if something doesn't resonate, maybe it's not meant for you this week. However, energy is the most incredible thing. When it can also be the most interesting thing. Now, when I sat on Saturday and I was like, okay, what's the energy of the week coming forward? And I heard feelings. And I said, well, tell me a bit more about why are you just giving me the word feelings? And the word emotions came forward. And when I looked at the calendar, the new moon is in Cancer. Now, Cancer is very much family orientated. It's emotions, it's water, and it's moving forward in ways that you may not always think of. And so that's why I wasn't surprised that feelings came forward, because new moon energy always brings up areas and feelings of, am I doing the right thing? What shadow side feelings are coming up? Where can I set my intentions? What am I setting them for? Who am I setting them for? And how is it going to move forward? So when feelings came up, I wasn't surprised. I just wanted to know more about it for you. And it's to watch this week what emotions are coming forward: anger, jealousy, resentment, frustration, joy, happiness. What is coming forward and asking for time, attention, and to be healed? Because when we work in the shadow side, it doesn't take away from us. It's coming forward so that you can tweak it and help yourself move forward. Because when you have jealousy of something or somebody, it means that that potential is within yourself and is asking to come forward. When you have resentment, it's to go and look at where are you holding yourself back with that perspective and that point of view. And that is what is going to be highlighted this week. When you have happiness and when you have joy, go and see where you can create more of it. Go and see who you can share it with and how you can share it. Because feelings are not just negative, they are also positive. And when you bring forward that awareness, it makes such an incredible difference. Crow also stepped forward when I was asking about what the energy is, to say changes are speeding up. Changes are coming at us from all angles, and not to be afraid. Just be aware of the shifts. Tap into your feelings and recognize those fears of not being enough, maybe not feeling worthy enough, and of feeling that you shouldn't be feeling this way. Because yes, you should be feeling that way, because it's asking for attention. It's asking for you to look within yourself and to choose yourself. Choose what healing is required, where it's required, and to acknowledge and own actually who you are. Let me tell you a story about the bees. Bees have been coming forward a lot for me personally, and when I was channeling the energy, the bee came forward. And the other day when I was on a call, I saw a bee flying, and then I saw another one, and then I heard the buzzing, bzzz, and there was a swarm of bees swarming through the yard. So I ran and shut the door and shut the windows. However, when I was sitting watching the ocean, channeling this for perspective, a bee just kept flying around. And I said, okay, well, you're not at my home. What message are you bringing forward? And bee asked me to remind you that when you are community minded, healing for yourself and healing for the community, you can actually choose to allow the sweetness of life to flow through you, to be a perspective, and to be there for you. Now, this can be dancing, it can be singing, it can be writing, it can be cleaning your house, it can be decluttering, it can be writing that book you've always been looking to do. Healing is allowing in the sweetness of life, and it's to check in with whose feelings are you feeling, whose thoughts are you having, as always. However, to allow that sweetness of being to come forward and not constantly be driving yourself forward this week. It's to stop, set the intentions, look into where you wish to go, and how does it serve you, and what is the greater impact for the community around you? Have fun and exchange that fear of loss, that fear of failure and not of being worthy and not of being enough, for trust in yourself, trust in your higher self, and understand that each bee goes out independently to work interdependently in the hive, to create more, to be more, and to know more, actually. And they serve a very valuable service. Now, Crow also reminds you that there's a death of old ways, and it's to stop fighting to keep the old ways and to ask yourself, well, how can I introduce the new ways, the new way of being, and that sweetness of life that Bee is reminding you about into your life this week? What foundations are being asked, not just this week? I'm hearing it's also going to be flowing into August, because this is an entire year of foundation. It's a year of putting in foundation. So we're ripping out what no longer serves us and we're basically putting in foundations for whatever level we would like to build our businesses and our lives for. So if you would like a single story bungalow, those are the foundations you're going to put in. If you would like a skyscraper, know that you're going to be digging a little bit deeper, especially in the new moon period. And because of it being in the time of Cancer, you are going to be digging into it from a family, community, and a fun aspect, an aspect of stillness, an aspect of lovingness. And that is what Crow is asking you to do. Let go of the frightened and ask for help and guidance, either from your inner side, in your inner self, or from others who can help you. And remember, last week it was also about, actually the whole of July has been about asking others for help. Check what is really for now, what is for later, and if it is for you. Because sometimes we get it confused. Ideas will come forward and we think we've got to get it done now. Meanwhile, we're actually being asked to put things together and asking things to work with us and asking where we are being asked to work. And that's what it is. Like the mountain, I can't read my handwriting here. Like the maid morphs to mother to crone, flow and cycle and change are all part of life. And when we resist it, we get bowled over and we get dragged screaming, kicking, and having our skin scraped off. And when you choose to work with flow, you are going to be able to see the big picture. You can ask the angels, your guides, your guardians for help. And just know that you are on the right path. That is what came forward. You are on the right path. Stop looking for where it's wrong and start accepting where it's right. You're also being asked to see what is the target you're being asked to hit, what is the intention that is behind it, and detach yourself from the results. And guess what? There comes Bee again. Imagine that. How does life get any better than this? I'm sure it's the honey in the cupboard, because they go to the side where the honey is all the time. You're being asked to be deliberate about focusing on your dreams, focusing on your why. Yes, as you clear out the shadow side, focus on your why and go dig into your desires and your intentions. Target your intentions with specific intent and allow that arrow of your focus to fly unhindered. Release it, let it go, and allow in infinite possibilities of being. Stop constricting what it is the universe has for you by saying, well, I'll have it this way and I'll have it that way. Just choose what it is you would like to have, see how it impacts you in the community, and let that arrow of your intention fly, and let it come to you in ways that are so much better than any of the ways you could have thought of. Remember the law of detachment. Set the intention, allow for the purpose, dig the foundation, and let go of being attached to the outcome. Allow the outcome to flow to you in the most aligned way and the most incredible way that the universe has for you. However, understand that if you become obsessed with something, you start stepping into scarcity consciousness and you become attached. So it's to let go of being obsessed with the results, because that's just going to take you out and take you down. Very importantly, remain in the present, release the past, and let go of trying to control the future, because that attachment is also going to be a huge challenge. Let go of the addiction to suffering and repeating disempowering cycles. That has been coming forward since November, and not much has changed there. So guess what? We're still being asked to do it, especially with the new moon energy. If you are watching on the replay, or if you're watching, please say hi. It does give encouragement as well. Then you are being asked to map out your intentions, write them down, aim for them. Put your focus on what shall I do today to work towards the intentions. Hey Diva, how are you? So good to see you, Dee. Allow your intentions to fly free. However, map out the ones that you would like to be flying free. You've got to know which arrow you're looking for. Is it a long range arrow, a short range arrow? What flight does it have on the end? And then let it go. Just let it flow. That addiction to suffering, just look at it, see, why would you want to be unhappy? What would make you choose to be unkind to yourself and to others? Because therein lies the answer to where you are going. Be aware that others' thoughts on what makes you happy are not necessarily your own. They are not necessarily aligned with what you should be doing and how you should be doing. That is their point of view. Do not take it on as your point of view. Go and find out what your point of view can be, should be, and what are the infinite possibilities that you don't even know what your point of view is around it yet, and that it will come to you and flow to you. Basically, what I'm saying is, if somebody says to you, oh, don't do it that way, and you don't feel comfortable, go and explore what does feel comfortable. Just because they appear to be an expert, just because they appear to know more than you, doesn't mean they know more about you and your purpose. That is what is so important this week. Go and see what creates happiness for you, what choices bring happiness for you, because that is what will bring the successfulness and what is best for you. Just because they think it doesn't make it the optimal portion of what you should be doing for your life. Find the true substance of your life by exploring yourself this week. Thank you for joining me. Please let me know what questions you have. Please pop hashtag hello, hashtag how are you, and let's step forward into the feelings of this week, the emotions of this week, knowing some of them may make you cry, others may make you cross, and others give you choice to be happy, caring, and absolutely incredible. Bye bye.